wiring under the machine of how the rest of media would try to take me out. And, they like when CNN would just be playing things over and over and back and forth. It was wild to watch. What was also wild to watch was people's responses, because I gained 2 million subscribers during that time. Like the podcast never got bigger. It just kept growing and growing. Life art. Like I wrote a foreword to my friend Cameron Haynes's book, and which is right now the number one selling audiobook in the world. One of the things that I said was that he practices an art that very few people appreciate, and it's the art of the maximized life, and that the discipline that he displays in his life and through his practices and all the things that he does, it's so difficult to live the way he lives that for someone like me who understands it and knows what he's doing and appreciates it and appreciates how insanely difficult it is to have a full-time job and run ultra marathons, get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, run a full marathon before work. Like that's the kind of shit that he does when he's training for these 240-mile runs, all at the same time being like a father, a husband, having this full-time job, also being the best bow hunter on earth, lifting weights. It's like, how does a person do this?
So in a way, discipline is art too.
Yes, discipline is art. Yeah, I think it is because it's beautiful for me to see. When I see someone who's really truly disciplined, who like a David Goggins, someone who just like truly maximizes the grind, I feel like there's an art to that. And there's an art to kindness. Like there's people that are really kind and really sweet, and when I'm around them, it's beautiful. It's like there's the most important shows in comedy. It's the most important show in comedy because first of all, it establishes stand up in a sense that like for the open micers, for the people that are starting it out, it establishes that the most important thing is to be funny. Like this is what the art form is all about. And there's a lot of insecurity attached to that, a lot of fears. And so to alleviate some of those insecurities and fears, people will decide that the message is more important. And they'll pretend that, like you have to have like, you have to be socially aware, that you have to promote things that are positive in your comedy, which is bullshit. Many comics will say this, and I think Dane Cook was the first person I heard say it publicly, that if he ever had to go back and do it again, like from scratch, doesn't think he could do it. Doesn't think he could endure the struggle of open mic to, ultimately to success. And the numbers of people that try it and fail versus try and succeed are off the charts. One of which is you. It's so valuable to have quality people around you because it makes you want to do better, because you admire the hard work that these people put in, like Mike Cam Haynes or Goggins or many of my friends, and people that are generous and people that are curious and people that are honest. Find something, find a thing that you genuinely enjoy, because getting good at things you genuinely enjoy is extremely beneficial for young people, because it lets you know that like everybody thinks they're a loser. Every young person thinks they're a loser. At least a young person in the situation I was at. Like I didn't know I wasn't a loser until I started winning, until I started doing martial arts. Martial arts taught me that like, whoa, okay. And I remember thinking, all right, I'm just going to start punching people. Because like obviously my dad thinks it's a good idea if I go running around punching people as long as I don't cry. Like I remember certain things about, and also like this is again, like we were talking about watching Lenny Bruce and getting a timeline of what the world was like back then. This is